กำลังลงเลยนะครับที่อำเภอกระโปรงจังหวัดพังงานะครับสวัสดีครับท่านผู้ชมครับผมบัญชาชุมชัยเวชครับวันนี้พาท่านผู้ชมลงมาทางใต้กันนิดหนึ่งนะครับเราจำกันได้ดีครับว่าเมื่อ17 ปีที่แล้วกับภัยพิบัติสึนามิครั้งใหญ่และเป็นครั้งระดับโลกที่เกิดขึ้นแต่มีผลกระทบกับประเทศไทยเด็กบางคนเขาสูญเสียพ่อแม่หรือผู้ปกครองจากภัยพิบัติในครั้งนั้นและบางคนก็สูญเสียโอกาสวันนี้ได้มาเยือนโรงเรียนแห่งนี้เรียกว่าโรงเรียนเยาววิทย์ก่อตั้งขึ้นครับเพื่อที่จะให้โอกาสกับบรรดาเด็กๆ Mercedes-Benz Thailand เนี่ยได้ตัดสินใจแล้วก็ทำเกี่ยวกับโครงการในการดูแลสังคมกับที่นี่มาเป็นประจำนะครับและในปีนี้คือให้แสงสว่างกับอนาคตของเด็กที่นี่ครับเขาให้ยังไงเลยฮะเป็นเรื่องราวที่น่าสนใจมากๆและผมจะพาท่านผู้ชมไปติดตามกันนะครับตามผมมาครับ
ในท่ามกลางสถานการณ์การระบาดของไวรัสโควิด -19 ได้ส่งผลกระทบต่อภาวะเศรษฐกิจของประเทศจนหลายภาคส่วนต้องหยุดชะงักลงแต่สำหรับ Mercedes-Benz ประเทศไทยยังคงก้าวต่อไปอย่างมั่นคงเพื่อสร้างฝันและอนาคตให้กับเยาวชนณโรงเรียนเยาววิทย์แห่งนี้ทั้งการมอบทุนการศึกษากิจกรรมอันเป็นประโยชน์และอุปกรณ์การศึกษาเพื่อน้องๆยาวนานกว่า17 ปี
We all know that corporate emphasize on about the CSR activity. What about the Mercedes-Benz Thailand from the past and to present?
For us as a company on a worldwide basis, but especially here in Thailand, corporate social responsibility has always been a key focus amongst other topics naturally.
Right.
Because we also believe that with our engagement, with our investments in countries, we can do a lot of good things for the local people and we owe it to the people and to the hospitality of countries. And this goes back a long way. This goes back to the tsunami time in 2004 when there were a lot of additional children that had lost parents or there was other shortages and we decided at that time to do our bit to help this was such a impression on us to come here experience how much you can change for individual lives and together to work together with other local partners here in order to make lives of young people a little bit more bearable, give them a future, give them an outlook. This proved to be so successful that we're still here nearly 20 years later. We're still here and we still enjoy doing this on a regular basis.
So this is a continuous project for Mercedes-Benz Thailand that emphasizes at Yawavit School here.
Yes.
Right. What is the main reason or what is the crucial reason for the activity of this?
Well, there are different possibilities that you can do and we do different things in different countries. But here we decided that some of the most needy parts of the society are especially children. Children that have lost their parents or where their parents are not capable of educating them properly. So instead to let them drift off into this despair and not knowing what their future can be like, I think the best that any company can do is help those young children to have a future, have hope in life, give them good education, get them to meet different kinds of people. What you've seen today here with the fencing, it's supposed to inspire them and give them hope in life, but also give them targets that they can develop towards.
What have you seen about their children development once that Mercedes-Benz Thailand give them a chance here?
What we have seen, and that's also part of the cooperation that we have been able to do here, this is not only about money. This is a lot about, we come here, we help them build up a soccer court. We help to build up, for instance, a playground. We did some painting together with them of the walls. This year, what we're going to do, what we intend to do, basically is support the solar panels that we use for lighting as well. So there are things that we believe are really truly helpful in supporting them to move forward.
And what is the reason why this year you give them a solar panel?
There is something that concerns us as well is electrification of the country. So overall, naturally, solar panels,
Right.
basically making us less dependent on normally produced electricity. Solar panels are the cleanest way to do that. Now,
Right.
we're in an environment here that is so natural and is so convincing in its nature. Then the alternative would be maybe to have generators running. This would just disrupt the whole feeling of this very close to nature society here. And with our solar panels, we can make sure that there will be continuous lighting also at night.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a safety idea. Behind it is to make it independent also from normal electrification that we sometimes have to do in order to do this here in the middle of the jungle. But
Right.
in this case, it's really something that goes beyond the normal step.
Right.
Yeah? And it's a little bit more long-term orientation as well.
Since the COVID pandemic started for almost 2 years, and we all know that corporate all would like to cut about the budget in CSR activity. What about Mercedes-Benz Thailand?
Yes, we also had to cut our budgets, generally speaking. This is not only an exercise due to COVID, but it was strongly influenced.
Right.
We consider COVID a fast-forward button, if you might call it that. So a lot more things were coming together faster than anticipated.
Right.
But I think our commitment to Yawawit here is on a completely different level. Because we believe it's not just something that we do because we have the budget for it. It comes from a much deeper seated conviction,
Right.
personal experience from the people that come here new. I joined here 3 years ago,
Right.
but also from people that have been with the company for 20 years. This is something that we want to do. So we'd rather save money someplace else. And not risk this support here because, frankly speaking, it's not the children's fault that there is a COVID, so why should they be the ones to suffer for it?
Right. So in your opinion or your outlook is that give children a chance, give children a way to develop by our incorporate to help them is the best way.
Our conviction, simply born of the fact that children are our future.
Right.
Yeah, so we need to listen to children more. We need to give them everything that they need to help us sustain
Correct.
our countries, our societies. So societies that have given up on their children are societies that will not last for much longer.
Right.
And I believe, especially in countries where there is not a consistent social network for children, this is something that the corporations have to consider doing. And we are we're basically spreading the word around also how important this is and how rewarding that also is for us both personally
Right.
as well as on a corporate level.
So do you believe that CSR activity still become a core activity for every corporate, whether globally or locally?
Well, that's very much a question of what kind of a value set do you have as a company. Are you primarily driven by profits? Then yes, that might not be so close to your heart.
Right.
But if you're a company that sees ourselves operating in a larger environment,
Right.
yeah, then we want to also be good citizens. Because naturally, I mean, we owe the country a lot. Hospitality, we have been here for more than 50 years in selling our products. The local customers have supported us. We have good educational programs for our dealers and their personnel.
Right.
We are educating our own personnel for our workshops as well in specific schools where we bring the German educational system, the dual system to Thailand. We're doing a lot along those lines.
Right.
Most of the other topics are focused on improving our service to customer. This year is something where we want to give back to society because we believe that as Mercedes-Benz Thailand here in Thailand, we are just like any other citizen as well,
Right.
and we want to give something back to the society.
So that means next year to come, we still have Mercedes-Benz Thailand here in
Definitely,
Yawawit School,
definitely.
right?
I can guarantee that.
You can guarantee that?
Yes.
Right. Thank you so much for your exclusive interview here for this such an
Absolutely.
CSE activity.
And thank you very much for
corporate
coming.
would like to see in this, right? Thank you.
Because
so
we
much.
need to spread the word, so thank you very much for your time as well.
Thank you so much.
Thanks again.